Welcome back to part 5. So I want to invite you to think about joy and adventure today. And usually in a work conversation, you won't hear these sorts of questions in a corporate setting. People will be asking things like, how do you deal with stress? And it's like, oh, okay, wow, suddenly it just feels a bit, de-energizing. Anyway, I want to work in the opposite way, and I want to ask you what your version of joy and adventure is. Now, your joy and adventure could be that moment where on a Friday night you close your laptop and you can do as you like from Friday night to Monday morning. And that might be you can stay in bed, you can lie on the sofa, you can sit in the pub the whole time, you can go to the middle of nowhere and hire a cottage. When I'm saying joy and adventure, it doesn't have to be skydiving. And equally, if you've got children in your life, joy and adventure sometimes can look and feel very different. And then suddenly you might come to the end of a day and think, oh, I've just sat in a soft play centre the whole time. But certainly as I've sat with this question, when I'm thinking about my joy and adventure, I've really realised, and certainly the older that they've got as well, I like joy and adventure that is for family, as in the 4 of us. I like joy and adventure, which is actually my bigger extended family. I like joy and adventure for Matt and I love joy and adventure with like friends or just on my own. So really thinking about those different pockets of time and people really helps me to think about my business model, because I guess one of the things that I wanted to have was when my kids were little, and sometimes there would be moments where, Matt would go on tour or he'd go away for a couple of weeks, and being certainly when it was just me and my son, so sometimes like 10 days on your own could feel quite daunting. So what I would do is I would take my son, to my dad's for 3 days, and I would take my laptop and we would go out and have joy and adventures, but then he would go to sleep and then I would work. Or, my dad would give him dinner and I would get an hour of emails done. So really thinking about what the flavor, what the strands of joy and adventure are for you is really going to help you to then translate that into your business model and the way you like to work.